me and Liz Gale had a little bit of a back and forth. Am I going to apologize for that? No, because she's kind of confirming what I said, that she is a little bit of a monster. But I want to emphasize little monster because unfortunately there are bigger monsters in the SPTV space or whatever we're going to call it. So I will give an apology, I think, for one thing, which I may have gotten wrong, though Liz is not in a position to moralize to anyone. But here we go. So what happened? Well, months and months ago, Liz joined Aaron's SPTV Foundation, which is very misleading because it's not a real nonprofit, but people think it is. But we're only going to touch upon the tax status of the SPTV Foundation a little bit because there's a lot to get through. So she joined the foundation, apparently in good faith. And even though Aaron had a lot of controversies, scandals with women, by the way, Liz Gale joined. It's like, okay, so perhaps I'm being too harsh, judging that she was helping Aaron's criminality, but there I go. Okay, we all make mistakes. So more recently, Liz Gale revealed that Jenna was attacking and threatening her. Why? Apparently, Liz Gale went into one of the chats of LV. So who is LV? LV is a mistress of Aaron. I want to stress involuntarily. What happened is that Aaron and her went out a couple years ago. They broke up, but then they got back together. Now, when she was with Aaron, she was under the misimpression that Aaron was openly, right, that he honestly told his wife, saying, listen, it's not working out in our marriage. I'm going to see other people. So Lindsay thought it was a legit relationship. No, it wasn't. Aaron was lying to everyone. He was lying to his wife. He was lying to LV. And he's probably lying to Jenna Miscavige, his current mistress. Yes, Aaron is still officially married and going out with these other women. Alrighty then, and he's running a non-profit foundation. Okay, well, there we are. So it's getting hot and messy in here. So apparently Jenna had a recent conversation with Liz and threatened her. Threatened her with what? Well, apparently she has some very devastating information. And if Liz Gale isn't careful, that information will go to DOA and or Liz Ferris, and they will expose Liz Gale for, I guess, the monstrous hypocrite that I pointed out that she always was. And there we go. So Liz Gale didn't like that very much, decided to go public and say, guys, recently 2 unnamed people, and we all knew it was Aaron and Jenna, but she kept it vague. So 2 people from the SPT Foundation, they're threatening me. Oh my God, I'm a victim again. Well, this is all very frustrating, but let me get to my apology. So a couple months ago, Liz put out a very controversial video, which led to her deleting her channel and getting rid of all the content. So I have to go with memory because the video has been destroyed. There are bits and pieces of it left. And the most alarming part is she was threatening someone. We're going to put that one to the side. We're just going to put that controversy to one side. Which, by the way, Liz Gale magically forgets in our little back and forth. Apparently that never happened. Anyhow, fine. Listen, I'm sure if you go through my record, yeah, there's really bad things. I'm not an angel, so I don't want to moralize too much. But the way she's presenting herself is a little false. Any case, let's get to my apology. I was under the impression from that video she was getting money from the SPT Foundation. Now, in our conversation, she says, no, I'm not getting any money. So I was getting a little confused. Was she lying to me or whatever? I don't know. So she's saying in her post, she did get money for her son for private education, but it wasn't through the SPT Foundation. It was through SPTV people, but not the foundation. So I will apologize there if I unfairly accuse the foundation and her of basically money laundering, right? Because you're not supposed to just give money to the board members. That's crazy. Okay, so let's clarify that. So apparently she wasn't getting paid through the foundation. She was getting paid through people friendly to the foundation. And there we go. But again, the video was gone. She's either made it private or destroyed the video. So that's her problem, not my problem. But there you go. So I have to go from memory, which is unreliable, but it is what it is. But good faith, if I made a mistake, I made a mistake. So I apologize. Now, in terms of this larger controversy, aside from the back and forth with the SPTV women, and listen, I realize as a man, don't get into fights with women. It will not end well, but you know, I have to comment on these things, right? It is what I do. I analyze the Scientology, anti-Scientology movement. And this does show the corruption with Not the anti-Scientology movement, but this faction that Aaron and Jenna are running. So I would have to congratulate Liz Gale for blowing the whistle on the corruption, but she was part of the corruption. So she's not clean here. But I mean, good on her for blowing the whistle. But let's try to be fair. So are Aaron and Jenna really bad narcissistic monsters? Yes. Are they far worse than Liz Gale? Yes. So I have to rank it. I guess you'd have to say Aaron is number one. He's the worst narcissistic monster. That's true. Then comes Jenna, and then come these other people like Serge and Liz Gale. However, they all have very shady records. But let's do devil's advocate and try to see Jenna's POV, because apparently she's not really being well treated by Aaron. So LV spilled the tea, which is pretty obvious that behind the scenes, Aaron is mocking her. He doesn't even like her. So apparently he is just using her for publicity or whatever, or reputation, or who knows, whatever. I mean, it's all kinds of suspicions anyway, because he's in Florida, she's in California. So they're supposed to be going out, but he hasn't even bothered to move in with her. So it's like, huh? Is California so inhospitable? That makes no sense, because there's tons of places to protest Scientology in California. Aaron has been out there. He was in Los Angeles when he was a Scientologist. So there's a lot of things going on with him that are just a lot of question marks, a lot of weird things going on. But okay, but Jenna is saying that this has nothing to do with the foundation or Aaron. This was just something going on between her and Liz Gale. But given the LV factor, probably some of what Liz Gale is saying is true. That apparently Jenna was getting upset. What? You're contacting the enemy? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's making us look bad. That's my errands. You don't do that. And listen, I don't think Jenna is as stupid as people think she is. Right. I don't think she is defending Aaron. I don't think she cares about Aaron. I think it's just the image. Right. Liz Gale is disrupting the image that Aaron and Jenna are trying to construct. I really doubt Jenna even likes Aaron at this point. I'm sure she's very well aware of what Aaron is doing and who Aaron is. So I think it's more like this interpersonal fight that's going on. But apparently they were mocking Liz Gale for wanting therapy, trying to get help for her son, so on and so forth. Now, I don't feel too sorry for Liz Gale. She's a very privileged woman, and she does like to moan and whine like, oh my God, my time in Scientology, oh God, oh God. Jesus Christ, you make it sound like you're this genocide survivor. You're not. Calm down. Did a lot of people suffer in Scientology? No doubt about it. She was one of them. And you know who was trying to help her out? Mike Rinder. Mike Rinder. So there's just hypocrisy going all around. So let's just end with the final hypocrisy. So Jenna is like going, you're going to the internet. What are you doing? Why are you speaking out? Don't do that. Keep it private. But with Mike Rinder, right? With Mike Rinder, Aaron, Jenna, and the rest of them saying, let's go public, guys. Come on. Mike was an OSA. Come on. He hurt and destroyed so many people. Speak out, my women's. Love is love. Girl power. Speak out now about the evil of Mike Rinders. So Miriam, Nora, Liz Gale, creating all these weirdo conspiracies about OSA and Mike Rinder, that's fine. Every private detail of Mike Rinder, that's fine. I'm not defending Mike Rinder, by the way. That's fine. Fine, let's go public. But now let's examine. No. Only Mike Rinder. Only Mike Rinder. Only Mike Rinder's record. He's the only one who had a bad past in Scientology. He's the only person, guys. He's the only person we're going to talk about. Does Aaron have a troubled past in Scientology? Maybe he was also a perpetrator, not just a victim? Nah, not going to talk about it. What about Jenna? She's literally part of the Miscavige family. Not going to talk about that either. In fact, her family helped construct some of the things that went bad in Scientology. Not going to talk about that. What about Liz Gale? Not going to talk about her either. But we're going to talk about Mike. Yes, we're going to talk about Mike. So hypocrisy all around. Now, again, I'm not excluding myself. I supported Aaron. I should have been more critical, so I will take the hit. You know, you go back to some past comments in his videos. You can screenshot it. I did sound like a complete idiot. I was like, oh my God, my Aarons, I love yous. I love you so much, Aaron. Oh my God, I can't live without you. Yes, I said some pretty stupid things last year, but at least I did try to reverse myself and be more critical. Is Liz Gale willing to be really a critical thinker now? Probably not, but good on her for spilling the tea. But is she this pure victim? No, no. Maybe being too harsh calling her a monster, but she's not this she-woman, superwoman woman she wants to portray herself as. But hey, good on her for spilling the tea. I'll give her that.